Hey, what's up, naughty community? Welcome back to my naughty hobby for another easy to follow crochet tutorial with Amber. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create this super simple star to add to blankets or hats or any other kind of projects that you might be working on. Today we're going to be using the magic ring, the chain, double crochet, single crochet, half double crochet, and the treble crochet. If any of these stitches are unfamiliar to you, you can always back out of this video and go to my videos tabs here on my Facebook page and check out the tutorials on how to complete those stitches. Also, I wanted to give a quick reminder that I do have a newsletter that you can sign up for that you will definitely want to be part of to be made aware of the next giveaway I'm going to be doing, and also pattern releases or future tutorials. So I will drop a plug in for that website for my newsletter once I'm done with this tutorial. Let's go ahead and get started. For this project, I'm going to be using a 5mm hook and some worsted weight yarn. However, you can use whatever you have available to you. Okay, we're going to start with a magic ring. And you're going to chain up 3. Just like that. And this chain 3 will count as your first stitch. Now we're going to work 2 double crochet into the center of the ring that we just created. Should look like that. Chain 1 and double crochet 3. We're going to do this a total of 5 times. Chain 1, 3 more double crochets. There's our third, chain 1, chain 1, and our last group of 3 double crochet. Don't forget the chain. Now I'm just going to kind of close up that circle a little bit. Then working into that third chain, so count up 1, 2, 3, this one right here. We're going to place a slip stitch. If it's easier for you to just go through one of the loops, you can. I think that it provides a cleaner look though when you go through both. So far it should be looking like this. Now we're going to chain up 5. In our second chain from the hook, we're going to place a single crochet into that back loop only. In the next stitch, you're going to place a half double crochet. Followed by a double crochet, and finally a treble crochet for the base of our first point. Now find that chain 1 space from our previous round, and we're going to place a slip stitch. Chain up 5. In our second chain, again, we're going to start that single crochet, half double, double, and then the treble. Slip stitch into that chain 1 space. We're going to continue this around the entire piece until we have 5 spikes. Okay, and then into our last space right here. So there was that starting chain, and we had the chain 1. You'll slip stitch into that same space. Now we're going to place another slip stitch. I like to fit it in right about here, but you place yours wherever it's going to look the best. We're now going to be working into these stitches along there. So that's how my join looks. And we are immediately going to start working those. We're going to work a single crochet into the next 4 stitches. So that was 1, 2, 3, we have 1 more right here, 4. So notice when you work into that if you pull this over, it kind of makes this top one a little bit more, I guess, accessible. Into that top space, or the turning space, I'm going to single crochet 1, chain 1, and then place another single crochet. Now along the stitches going down the peak, we're going to place a single crochet in each. It's 3 and 4. Into the slip stitch space, we're going to place another slip stitch. So yours should look like that. Starting again with that base treble, that treble stitch, we're going to place a single crochet into the next 4 stitches. Then again into right here. So I guess it's the same place. Single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, and then into each stitch going back down, 4 single crochet, slip stitch in your previous slip stitch spot, and then start that pattern over. Another slip stitch, then 1 more spike, maybe 2 more spikes. And then for our very last finishing off, I'm going to slip stitch right through that main space there. Go ahead and fasten off my work. I'm leaving a longer tail in case I want to sew this onto something, but just raw without even messing with it or anything. This is what your your little star applique should look like. When you're finished, and if you don't like the open hole, you can always go back and secure your magic ring now. And if you're going to be sewing this on, typically you can get away with not weaving I usually recommend going back and forth at least 3 times, as in 1, 2, 3. But since I'll probably be adding this to a hat or something else where this backside isn't going to be seen, you could get away with just going through once. But again, I left this tail a little bit longer so I could use it to sew it onto something. But if I was going to finish this piece off, I would tuck it right back in here to give my edges, make my edges a little bit more crisp and clear. But there is the star. You might have to manipulate your stitches just a little bit. But there it is. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. If you found it helpful and if you worked it out yourself, I would love to see a picture of your finished product and also a comment or something to let me know that I'm reaching the right people and that you're enjoying the content that I'm putting out there. It's important to me that you guys actually have an interest in this stuff. So again, if you want to stay in contact with me and all of my naughty shenanigans, please sign up for my newsletter at www.mynaughtyhobby.com, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you guys real soon. Happy hooking! Bye guys!